sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. Today we're diving into some, well, I know we're both going to love this one. The Premier League.
Yes.
Specifically, Liverpool's clash with Brentford back on January 18th, 2025.
Okay.
Now we've got a whole stack of live coverage from the Liverpool Echo that we're going to be dissecting all that play-by-play, commentary, all that good stuff. And this wasn't just any game, was it?
No, not at all. Big title implications.
Huge. Absolutely.
So I guess the stakes were really high for Liverpool going into this one, right?
Yeah, I mean, they were only leading the table by 4 points,
Wow.
and, Arsenal breathing down their necks with a game later that day.
Yeah.
So the pressure was really on to deliver a statement win.
A real must-win situation.
Absolutely.
And especially considering, the opponent.
Yeah.
I mean, Brentford at home, that's not an easy 3 points to pick up.
Not at all.
Their home record was what? Something like 9 wins?
Yeah, 9 wins.
2 draws and only 2 losses.
Yeah. Only 2 losses going into this match.
Yeah, and they were also coming off of that
yeah.
incredible draw against the defending champions, Manchester City,
Right.
where they clawed their way back from a 2-goal deficit.
They did.
So, the Echo even mentioned how their high-pressure, aggressive style at Brentford Community Stadium really rattled opponents.
So, not exactly a pushover opponent.
No.
To say the least. I'm already feeling the tension just thinking about it. What was the vibe like in the first half, according to the Echo?
So the first half was kind of a chess match.
Okay.
Neither side really took control. It was a lot of back and forth. A few decent chances.
Yeah.
But ultimately, no goals. And the commentators were pointing out that the lack of a true striker in Liverpool's starting lineup seemed to disrupt their flow.
Interesting.
They had a lot of possession,
right,
but not many clear-cut opportunities.
I've seen those games before. When a team is so used to having that focal point up front, it can take time to adjust.
Absolutely.
And find that creative spark, especially against a team like Brentford, who, as you said, are known for their tight, organized defense.
For sure.
So if the first half was a bit cagey, I'm guessing things really heated up in the second.
Oh, you bet. The Echo described it as a pressure cooker.
Wow.
Liverpool continued to dominate possession, but they just couldn't seem to break through.
Yeah.
And you could sense the frustration mounting.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Brentford, they were always lurking.
Right.
Always ready to pounce on any mistake with a swift counterattack.
Oh, man, that sounds agonizing for Liverpool fans.
It was.
You got the clock ticking down, the title race hanging in the balance, and your team is just stuck.
Yeah. Did the Echo mention if any of the commentators were starting to sweat a bit?
I don't know about sweating, but they were definitely capturing that nail-biting tension.
Oh, yeah. Of those closing minutes.
Yeah.
And then deep into stoppage time.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Those extra minutes added at the end of each half.
Yeah.
Something truly magical happened.
Okay, here's where it gets juicy.
Here we go.
I know what's coming, but tell me anyway.
Enter Darwin Nunez.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, remember, he started this game on the bench, but boy, did he make an impact.
I bet he did.
He scored not 1.
Come on.
But 2 goals in the blink of an eye.
Wow. That's got to be one for the highlight reels.
Absolutely.
You know what I love about those late winners?
What's that?
The pure ecstasy on the players' faces. Pure relief, pure joy, pure... I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
I know, it's electric.
Oh, man.
And it's those moments that make football so special.
Yeah.
But in this case, it wasn't just about the goals themselves. It was the timing.
Yeah.
The impact on the title race. Suddenly, all that pressure Liverpool was feeling...
Poof, gone.
It evaporated.
Yeah.
And now, it was Arsenal's turn to sweat.
It's like a psychological blow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not only did Liverpool snatch the victory,
Right.
but they sent a message to their rivals. We're not going away.
Exactly. It was a statement of intent.
Totally. Okay, before we get too carried away celebrating with the Liverpool faithful, I'm curious about some individual performances.
Go ahead.
Anyone stand out in the Echo's coverage?
Well, on the defensive side, Virgil van Dijk was his usual dominant self for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Always a rock at the back.
He's one of those players who just seems to exude calmness and control.
Yeah.
But you know what intrigues me even more are those less heralded performances.
Oh, okay.
Did the Echo mention Sepp Vandenberg at all?
They did.
You know, playing against his former club.
Yeah.
Must have been a unique experience for him.
They highlighted how well he played.
Oh, wow.
Especially considering he was up against the likes of Salah and company.
Yeah, you know, it always adds an extra layer of intrigue when a player faces their old team. Speaking of Salah, the Echo pointed out he had a rather quiet game by his standards.
Right.
Which is unusual for him. Do you think that was more a testament to Brentford's defensive tactics?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's something the commentators debated as well.
Okay.
I mean, Brentford clearly had a game plan to limit his impact, and they executed it well.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, even the best players have those matches where things just don't click.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, I think it was probably a combination of both factors.
Makes sense. So even with Salah subdued, Liverpool still managed to find a way to win.
Right.
That speaks volumes about the depth of their squad, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it highlights that crucial role of substitutes.
Right.
I mean, just imagine if Klopp hadn't brought Nunez on this whole match, this entire deep dive.
Yeah.
Might have had a very different ending.
Oh, chills. It's those little decisions, those moments of inspiration that can change the course of history, or at least the course of a football season.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes you wonder, what were those final few minutes like at Brentford Community Stadium?
Oh, I bet.
The Echo must have captured some incredible scenes of celebration, right?
Oh, they did. But before we get swept up in the euphoria, let's not forget about those two feathered fans who decided to join the party.
Wait, feathered fans? You're not talking about pigeons?
Pigeons. Apparently, two pigeons decided to make a cameo appearance on the pitch.
Oh, no way.
Much to the amusement of the commentators.
I love it.
And the crowd.
That's gold.
I know, right?
I love those unexpected details. It's like a reminder that even amidst the high-stakes drama of a Premier League match, there's always room for a little bit of fun.
A little bit of absurdity.
Yeah.
It's what makes live sports so unpredictable and entertaining.
And speaking of fun, did you catch the fact that this was Liverpool's 6,000th competitive game?
6,000 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of history.
That's a lot of history, a lot of passion.
Yeah.
A lot of, well, everything that makes football so captivating.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing that tidbit generated some buzz among the Echo readers.
Definitely. It was a nice touch to add a bit of historical context to the match.
Yeah. But beyond the stats and the milestones, I think what's truly fascinating is the impact of this victory on the broader narrative of the season.
You know, to understand that we need to look beyond the final score and delve into the nuances of the game.
All right.
The tactical battles, the individual performances, and yes, even the impact of those pesky pigeons.
Love it. All right. Ready to dive deeper.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, this victory had ripples that extended far beyond just those 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, first, it solidified Liverpool's position at the top of the table.
Yeah.
7 points clear of Arsenal.
Wow. Which, you know,
it's not insurmountable.
No, but it certainly adds a layer of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
To the Gunners' title hopes.
It's that mental game, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Knowing you have a bit of breathing room can do wonders for a team's confidence.
Absolutely. But as you said, 7 points isn't a guarantee.
Right. And that brings us to the second significant aspect of this win.
Okay.
It was a gritty performance.
Yeah.
You know, not always pretty.
Right.
But Liverpool showed that tenacity and resilience to grind out a result even when they weren't firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
You know, that's the hallmark of a true championship contender.
They didn't let the pressure get to them.
No.
They didn't let Brentford's stubborn defense frustrate them.
Nope.
And ultimately, they found a way to get those 3 crucial points. It's almost like this match revealed a different side of Liverpool.
Yeah.
A side that's not just about dazzling attacking play, but also about sheer determination.
Exactly. And that leads us to our third key takeaway.
Okay.
The impact of substitutes.
Yeah. Right.
Nunez's entrance changed the entire complexion of the game.
It's funny how sometimes those game-changing moments come from the players who don't even start the match.
I know.
It makes you really appreciate the depth of a squad and the manager's tactical decision.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that every player has a role to play.
Yeah.
And sometimes that role is about being ready to seize the moment when it arrives.
For sure.
Speaking of seizing the moment, I'd love to hear your thoughts on what stood out to you from this deep dive.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable aspect of this match for you?
Honestly, it's that feeling of disbelief when Nunez scored those 2 late goals.
Oh, yeah.
I can only imagine being at the stadium.
Yeah.
The energy shifting so drastically in the blink of an eye. It's those moments of pure drama that make football such a captivating sport.
Absolutely.
What about you? What resonated most with you?
For me, it's the way this match encapsulates so much of what makes the Premier League so compelling.
Okay.
You've got the tactical battle between 2 contrasting styles.
Yeah.
The individual brilliance, the tension of a title race.
Right.
And even those unexpected moments of humor.
Yeah.
Like those pigeons gracing the pitch.
Yeah, I know.
It's a microcosm of the beautiful game itself.
We talk about deep dives all the time.
Yeah.
But this one feels particularly deep.
I agree.
We've explored not just the events of the match,
Right.
but also its broader implications.
Yeah.
The tactical nuances, the individual stories.
Absolutely.
And even the quirky little details.
Yeah.
It's like we've unearthed a hidden treasure trove of footballing knowledge.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And I think that's a perfect segue to our outro.
Yeah.
Where we can leave our listeners with some thought-provoking questions to ponder.
Sounds good to me.
So we've dissected this match from every angle, but there's always that lingering question.
Yeah, there's always that what if factor, right? That makes sports so captivating.
What if Nunez hadn't come off the bench?
Right. What if Brentford had held on for the draw? Would the title race have unfolded differently?
It's impossible to know for sure.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating to consider, those ripple effects.
Yeah.
Those pivotal moments.
And that's what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
We go beyond the surface,
Absolutely.
beyond just the scores and the highlights,
Right.
and really try to understand, the forces at play.
The decisions, the tactics,
Yeah.
the individual stories, all weaving together to create these unforgettable moments.
Speaking of unforgettable, those pigeons.
I know, right?
I'm still chuckling about that.
It's just like this little reminder that no matter how seriously we take the game, there's always room for the unexpected.
The absurd.
The absurd.
Yeah.
Those little injections of randomness keep things interesting.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into this thrilling Liverpool victory,
Yes.
we want to leave you with a few things.
A few things to ponder.
Yeah.
First, consider the impact of substitutes in football.
Yeah.
Are they simply backup players? Or can they be game changers like Nunez was in this match?
It's a question that managers grapple with constantly.
Oh, for sure.
Who to start, who to bring on, and when. And it's a testament to those players who might not always be in the spotlight,
right,
but are ready to make their mark.
Absolutely.
When called upon.
And secondly, think about the psychological impact of this win.
Yeah.
Did it give Liverpool that momentum
Right.
they needed to ultimately claim the Premier League title?
Or did it simply add another layer of intrigue to an already captivating title race?
Yeah, these are the kinds of questions we encourage you to wrestle with.
Yeah, to debate with your fellow fans.
Debate, yeah.
Because that's what makes sports so engaging.
Absolutely.
It's not just about the game itself.
Right.
It's about the conversations it sparks.
The debates it ignites.
Yeah. And that's what we hope to achieve here on the Deep Dive.
For sure.
To give you a deeper understanding of the events, the context.
The nuances. And the human stories that make up the world of sports.
So whether you're a diehard Liverpool fan,
right,
a Brentford supporter, or just a casual observer of the beautiful game,
yes,
we hope this deep dive has left you with something to think about, something to discuss,
something to appreciate.
Yeah. And remember, this is just one deep dive into a vast ocean of knowledge. We encourage you to keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you next time.